So here's my idea for the stairs. I'm gonna build it out of 3/4 inch plywood. I got it inspiration off some guy off good old YouTube. Gonna build 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of these 16 by 20 boxes, and then 3 of these 8 by 10 boxes for the stair portion. And then I'm gonna have to modify the back and the top area just so they have like a little platform to climb into bed and they're not having to jump up there. But see how this freaking turns out. So I'm designing my stairs to be 24 inches wide. By doing so, I'm able to use a 4x8 sheet of 3/4 inch plywood and just rip it right in half and use each side to build our boxes for the stairs. I don't have a track saw, so to rip it in half, I'm just using a scrap piece of MDF and securing it to the plywood and then just using that as my guide.
The blade on the line, put the blade on the line.
How much wood could a woodchuck cut if a woodchuck could cut wood? So I got all the wood cut for the boxes. Now I just gotta drill 150 pocket holes. If you don't own a pocket hole jig, I highly recommend looking to invest in one. This was one of my first purchases when starting to do woodworking and DIY. It's come in clutch for multiple projects. Got all the pocket holes drilled in each of these sheets of plywood. Now it's time to sand these motherfuckers. Using an orbital sander, 150 grit sandpaper. Probably should put a vacuum on this, but I'm outside, so let the dust fly. I drilled my pocket holes on the outside of my box that I'm building, so the inside has the more finished face. So I think we're mostly concerned with sanding this nicer face. This one will just clean up. Cue up some sanding music. Alright, now the monotonous stuff is done, the sanding, cutting, the pocket hole, drilling. Now we're going full IKEA mode. We gotta put all this shit together. So what we're gonna need, a little bit of wood glue, 1.25 inch pocket hole screws for softwood, a couple clamps. Here's some corner clamps for our boxes. Just gonna use some of these. And we're gonna put these together. So we got about 6 big ones and 3 small ones to complete the stairs. And then we gotta basically lay it all out and see if we need to add any more real estate to the back, but I think that should do it. So let's get to work. The good thing about pocket hole screws is once you clamp it and screw it, it's gonna hold those two pieces together nice and tight. All right, gotta build the last 16 by 20 inch box, plywood box. I'm gonna use the more finished edge on the inside, and the outside's gonna have the pocket holes. Sanded them all down. Now it's time to go IKEA. Use my finger to spread this on the surface. Oh. Alrighty. 90-degree angles. Jesus Christ. Oh, it's gonna hold me at a 90-degree angle and then I'll clamp it. I'm just gonna clamp and let the pocket screws do the work. Tight. Perfect. Wanna I'm doing it. Clamp and screw, clamp and screw, clamp and screw. Last big box complete. This thing's pretty strong. Stood on it. So now I have to put together the 3 smaller steps that are gonna go in between the larger cubes that you see behind me. These will be 8 by 10. The rise will be 8, and the tread, or the step, will be 10 inches on each of the stairs. So these will go on top of the 3 big ones. So we got to put them together the same way we did the other ones. Just pocket screws and some wood glue. Clamp them up. Bang, bang, bang. 3 of these. Alright, so right now we begin to construct our stairs that we built. Now we gotta screw everything down to the floor, into the wall, and together. Put a panel on the back wall, which I actually might take out and lift up so I could put a footer underneath it. Raise it up a little. Got a laser line here. I'm gonna cut the carpet, so we're not putting the stairs on top of the carpet. We're putting it on the plywood underneath. Measured it out so I got it evenly spaced in between these 2 beds. Hopefully my measurements are correct, because I just started cut some of the baseboards so everything sits flush with the wall. Now it's just a matter about ripping the carpet out and starting to stack this plywood stairs. Cut them on the inside of the laser so the carpet can kind of tuck up on top of the step. I might do like a little bit of a shoe baseboard. No turning back now. First board in, baby. So it's basically flush with the drywall now. I secured this bottom board here. I pre-drilled these guys, knowing I'm gonna kind of put this together as I go here. All right, well, this ain't going nowhere. So I ended up cutting these extra panels because I wanted the area where they climb into their bed to be a little extra wider, so it'll be 30 inches as opposed to 20-inch stair. So they'll just be able to like climb out of bed and not just like tumble down the stairs. So again, I got pre-drilled pocket holes on the outsides of these panels, so I'm gonna drill them into each other. Really no science to this, you just want to hold the boards flush and put your screws in. Oh yeah. So everything is just going to be secured to this, and then we'll build them all out. I don't know if there's any like rhyme or reason to which ones I put where. One thing I want to make sure I do is the way I built these is the butt joints that I did, they kind of alternate. So preferably if you're going to stand on it, you want to stand on it so the force is going straight into this piece of wood. If I were to do the other way and stand right here, you're just relying on those screws, which, I mean, it was holding my weight fine, and once it's drilled to each other, it'll be fine, but I'm gonna make sure that these sides are facing out so the weight of your foot when you're walking up the stairs is down into that face board. What I think I'm gonna do is secure this whole staircase, at least the bottom row, together, and then I'll kind of like shift it 1/8 or 1/4 inch, whatever I need to, in the either direction, and then I'll screw it into the floorboards to lock it in. I think I'll still have a little bit of wiggle room. I don't know what's up with these tools. Gotta cut the rest of the carpet. As you can see, my carpet cut was perfect. Oh man, measure twice, cut once. Time to time lapse the rest. The hardest part of the stair build is to build these boxes. Once they're built, it's really just a matter of putting them together. Oh, well, gotta patch the carpet. So close to all the rough end stuff completed. And we gotta do the finishes.